A new study on ultra-processed foods might have you rethinking just how much of that stuff you eat. Researchers tracked people's habits over 30 years, and they found that those who consumed more of certain ultra-processed foods had a slightly higher risk of death. Yeah. The lead author of this study, Mingyang Song, is joining me now. He is also an associate professor of clinical epidemiology and nutrition at Harvard University. Thanks for joining us. So I think at this point, a lot of people know that ultra-processed foods are not, your best choice. They're not that great for you. But we don't all know what exactly is ultra-processed food. Some of these foods we've been told in the past are healthy for you. So what's an ultra-processed food?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So ultra-processed food are defined as formulations of ingredients, mostly of exclusive industrial use, resulting from a series of industrial processes. So the key difference between ultra-processed food and processed food is that the ultra-processed food is not modified food, but rather formulations of ingredients from industrial processes.
And a part of the reason why I say, we've been told that some of this stuff is healthy for you is because I'm talking about things sometimes like, they'd say fortified cereals or fortified bread, kind of suggesting that they've got more vitamins in them than usual, but they may be falling under the ultra-processed category. So let's talk about this study, because that's kind of a big splashy headline, risk of death. What did the study find?
So in our study, we found a higher intake of ultra-processed food was associated with a slight, like 4% increase in all-cause mortality. So this was comparing individuals who consumed the least amount of ultra-processed food to comparing individuals who consumed the highest amount of ultra-processed food to those who consumed a very minimal ultra-processed food. And as you mentioned, ultra processed food is a very mixed group of very different foods. So some of the foods actually have really beneficial ingredients like vitamins, minerals. So that's why we always recommend people not focus too much on the total ultra processed food, but rather on the individual categories of ultra processed food.
Right.
So, for example, yeah.
So I actually wanted to talk about that, and I just wanted to sort of let people know in terms of the study, these people are self-reporting what they're eating, self-reporting what their health is like, because that's always the challenge of nutrition studies, is that we can't watch people day and night to see what they eat, so we're expecting them to be honest. But I thought the most interesting thing was what you're about to get into, is that, yes, ultra-processed foods are not the greatest, but some are much worse than others. So what did you find?
So among different categories of ultra-processed food, we found three major groups that showed the strongest association with higher mortality. The first one is meat, poultry, or seafood-based ready-to-eat products. So this is mainly like processed meat is a major category in this group. And the second category is the sugar and artificially sweetened beverage. And the last one is dairy-based desserts. So, of course, when we look at the individual causes of death, these different subgroups of ultra-processed food will also show the distinct associations with different causes of death.
Very good. So it's not all of them, but you might want to scale back on your processed meats. You might want to scale back on your sweetened drinks. I think the study is fascinating. I look forward to see where else this goes. Mingyang Song, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.